A friend of ours is lost on a parallel Earth, and we're gonna go get him back.
A parallel Earth. Are you going to Planet of the Apes?
No, it's just a city of them.
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
It's Planet of the Apes, isn't it?
No, calm down.
Who exactly is Grodd?
A giant telepathic ape with rage issues.
Harry's my friend. I'm not gonna just abandon him.
Indiana Jones much?
Chance to visit another dimension. Wasn't gonna miss that, was I?
We're not going sightseeing.
Neither am I.
Well, damn. It's a trap.
Welcome, Flash.
Speedster versus Super Gorilla. Best, worst video game ever.
The Flash, Gorilla City.
Hey guys, what's up? So we got a new episode of The Flash coming next week. We got to break this down, and there's a whole bunch of Black Flash Zoom Easter eggs in here too. One of the reasons why I love The Flash more than a lot of the other TV shows is just because they do so much stuff from the comics, and because The Flash has been such a popular comic book character, there's just so many more stories for him to pull from, so many more characters, so it's a lot richer. But there is a new round of the Injustice giveaway. Injustice 2 is coming out real soon. I'm giving away copies of the game. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. Be sure to click that bell to enable alerts so you don't miss anything. In slightly related news, I'll explain at the end of the video, but I'm going to be doing some Injustice 2 on my game channel, which is separate from this channel right here. So I'll explain at the end of the video. So let's start with the footage. So we got a little bit more Julian in this, a little bit more Jesse Quick, Wally West, some of the people we didn't see in the last trailer. This is going to be so much fun. It's Planet of the Apes. Tell me this is Planet of the Apes. We're not going sightseeing. Cocks the gun like he's ready for business. That actually reminds me of that pre-sequence during episode 9 where they told his backstory of how he found the Philosopher's Stone the first time.
It's been 6 months since I arrived here in India. Though I have faith it's out there, the voice that once drove me has waned. And I fear my quest may be for naught. This is it. I can feel it.
I think we should wait before we open it.
It needs to be set free.
And that's actually something really important that I'll talk about at the end of the video, because the producers were teasing some details that might let us know how Savitar makes it back into our world, even though Barry threw the Philosopher's Stone into the Speed Force. So the big thing here is that they're teasing Grodd. You get a better picture of him on screen. Who's Grodd? Big telepathic gorilla. It's a trap. You see him walking through the forest here. We haven't been back in this kind of setting since the season 2 two-part episode. And remember, Killer Frost is dead on this Earth, so Caitlin is the only Killer Frost that we have right now. But you have to remember that this is on a different part of the Earth. This isn't just in the forest nearby Central City of Earth 2. This is like way off in the African continent. It's like a way different part of the Earth, even though it looks exactly the same. That's just because they film it in the forests of Vancouver. So anytime you film a forest scene, they're gonna look similar no matter where it's supposed to be in the context of the show. I love the way Barry tries to downplay it too. It's not so much Planet of the Apes, it's more like a city of gorillas. Not quite as big a deal. Anybody would fall to their chair at the idea of that, but Julian is fascinated by all this stuff, so he's actually really excited to see this because he hasn't ever been to Earth 2 before. But tying things to Caitlin here, she seems like she's kind of pairing off with him just a little bit. But the really big thing the producers were teasing for her character arc the back half of the season is in continuing to find a way to turn her powers off. She wants to get rid of them. And because Julian gave people powers with the Philosopher's Stone, she wonders maybe he can take them away with it as well. So that's going to be a separate video that I'll post later because it's all about Killer Frost betraying the team in the name of getting rid of her powers. You know, anytime someone on the team freaks out, goes rogue, it completely goes sideways in the most spectacular way. So speaking of going rogue, Jesse Quick and Wally, they're going to be holding down the fort on Earth 1 while everybody goes to Earth 2. But they also teased that Jesse Quick is going to be sticking around for most of the rest of the season. Now, I'm not going to talk about spoilers from future episodes because there has been behind-the-scenes stuff that's leaked, so if you want to talk about that, please use spoiler tags in the comments. But the producers have just said, based on the synopsis for the second part of this two-part episode, is that she decides to stay. So you can speculate on what's going to be happening with Jesse Quick around. You're just going to have a lot more versions of the Flash around, which is good because Savitar is so much more powerful than everyone. So Wally, Jesse, Barry all need to get faster. But really, this 2-part episode is all about a self-contained Gorilla Grodd arc and the lasting impact of that. They've already talked about what the second half is going to be. It's called Attack on Central City, so you can just imagine what's going to be happening during that episode. So we can talk about that after the episode drops next week. There have been a number of giant gorilla-led attacks on Central City, on Keystone City. The biggest ones were during the Wally West era on Keystone City because that was his city. So even though they changed the Hunter Zolomon origin story on the TV show when he became Zoom in the comics, it was because he had been crippled after a giant Gorilla Grodd attack. Given some of the twists with the TV show, you can imagine the sequence of events that happened next. So this is the Wally West era in the comics. He's best friends with Hunter Zolomon, who's in this wheelchair. He's a detective, kind of an Eddie Thawne type character, feeling very sorry for himself, but there's not a lot that Wally can do. So Hunter Zolomon, knowing that he has the powers of the Flash and can time travel, pleads with him, please go back in time and change this. And Wally is just like, that is the worst idea ever. So many bad things would happen. Changing the past is never a good idea. And ironically, this is before Flashpoint happens, where Barry goes back and saves his mother. So Hunter Zolomon, knowing about the cosmic treadmill at Star Labs, attempts to use it himself to time travel, creates this giant accident which gives him powers and sort of phases him out with normal time space. So instead of getting Speed Force powers, he sort of gets powers that allow him to move in between the spaces and time. So theoretically, he's faster than the Flash, but just goes on this rampage trying to make Wally a better hero by making him experience all these tragedies. So it's this really sad arc. He ends up going to prison, running into Eobard Thawne, and that spins into another arc. But you have to remember that our version of Zoom now became the Black Flash and will come back to terrorize Team Flash. And now that it looks like we have Jesse Quick on the team, it's going to get that much worse. And remember, both Jesse and Wally are fresh off the boat speedsters, so they're going to make a lot of mistakes and get their asses handed to them big time. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled to see if they have any Easter eggs for that. I don't think that Zoom is going to come back. The Black Flash will guest star on The Flash, and he technically is Zoom, but he's kind of a different persona now. So I don't think there's going to be any Zoom left in him when we see him again. But just because a gorilla attack of that magnitude on the city is such a big deal, I don't think that everybody is going to escape unscathed. Somebody is going to get maimed big time. So let me know in the comments, gorillas attack Central City. Who do you think is going down? Not necessarily dead, but somebody is going to get their ass handed to them. Video game channel though, a lot of you have been asking me to do Injustice 2 videos or just do game videos in general, do streams. That's all on my bonus channel, Charlie Streams. So if you don't know what that is, there's a link down in the description. There's links for my Twitch channel. I will be doing some more game stuff this year. I'm working on hiring some staff, or at least one person, to help me out with videos so that I actually have time to do stuff like that and actually enjoy games. So there will probably be an Injustice 2 video posting on that channel later tonight. While you wait for that, you can click here for the Thor, Doctor Strange post-credit scene, and you can click here to learn about the rumor about the Batman movie. It's not true, but I explain what's going on. There's more Injustice stuff going on. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you in the next video.